KSBY News Daybreak starts right now.
A few weeks ago, the Atascadero City Council voted to outlaw medical marijuana grows for personal and commercial use, but last night they revisited that decision. They agreed to forward the question to the Planning Commission for discussion on March 1st and again on March 22nd. The proposed ordinance would allow for private cultivation only with up to 6 mature or 12 immature plants, but no more than 9 mature or 15 immature plants. Officials say cultivation will not be allowed on vacant land or in front yards, and local governments have to determine cultivation laws by March 1st or hand over that control to the state. Meanwhile, the San Luis Obispo County Board of Supervisors agreed to move forward on an ordinance governing cannabis cultivation, both for commercial and personal use. Several questions about legalizing marijuana will appear on the ballot in November. A Los Osos businessman has pleaded not guilty after accusations that he hired someone to have his business associate killed. 52-year-old Anthony Stevens was arrested last Thursday. San Luis Obispo police say when they heard Stevens was looking for a hitman, they sent an undercover detective to meet him. Investigators say Stevens gave them detailed information about the alleged victim and money to pay for his murder. He is due back in court Thursday. If convicted, he faces between 3 and 18 years in state prison. And after nearly 10 years in office, Grover Beach's city manager Robert Peralt will retire on March 1st. His career in public service spanned 41 years, and former police chief and assistant city manager Jim Copsey will fill in until a full-time replacement is found. Officials say that process should take about 60 days. Atascadero residents could see their water bills go up starting in April. They've been saving so much water, 30% last year, that the water company is considering hiking rates as much as 15% to make up for an evaporating revenue stream. It's not sitting well, though, with some residents.
It was a hardship, and then to find them deciding that since they didn't make enough revenue over the last year, they want to raise rates. I was infuriated.
The Atascadero Mutual Water Company says the average water bill is around $36 per month. The proposed increase would add another $6 per month. Well, it's been a sunny week for the Central Coast, but many forget about the importance of sunscreen. New data suggests a multifaceted intervention program could improve sun protection in children. More than 100 parents and their children participated in the program led by Northwestern University, which provided a read-along book, a swim shirt for children, and weekly text message reminders about sun protection. After a month, the children were more likely to use sunscreen on sunny and cloudy days and show a smaller change in skin pigment than kids not in the program. Studies show preventing sunburns at a young age drastically reduces the risk of future skin cancers.
I need that program because I'm always forgetting, and especially it shows you tips, so make sure to put it on the top of your feet because that's susceptible to sunburns. Hands.
Yep.
Ears.
I always get my nose.
We're like little
Back
children
of your
here.
neck. This is actually the most common skin cancer spot.
Really?
Back of your neck. Yep. Because when do you put sunscreen on the back of your neck?
Never.
And the sun shines right there.
Yeah, and that's perfect excuse. Hey, can you get me right there? I can't reach.
Yeah.
Amanda, you're filling in for Richard this morning.
Well, you might want to wear some sunscreen today if you are heading outside. Maybe someone else will put it on for you. But, it's going to be another warm one out there. Our currents right now, Santa Maria's at 45, San Luis Obispo 47, Paso is 38, and Santa Barbara is 46. Winds are fairly calm. We do have offshore winds going into this Wednesday. Our microclimate forecast, though, is unfortunately not showing any rain for us, just some cloud coverage, but it's still going to be very minimal. It's hitting just along the coastline and then into the weekend, some partly cloudy skies, but overall you're going to have some sunny skies for your Valentine's Day weekend. Temperatures across the nation right now, we're looking pretty good over here in California. 85 degrees in the Los Angeles area, 67 in San Francisco. Move more east. Chicago is in the teens, so is Twin Cities, so very cold everywhere else. What we're seeing is a high pressure system hanging out. You can see that jet stream not even close to us. But those low pressure systems, it's out over the Pacific right now, and that's going to be pushing through. You can see they are pushing some cold fronts. Some storms are with those low pressure systems. Not strong enough to make it here, but that high pressure system is still hanging out here. It's giving us a very strong ridge, though, that's heating us up. Jet stream is not able to break through it, unfortunately, with those storms that are coming with it. But possibly by next week, you see that jet stream moving down through the Central Coast. It's going to dig through next week, possibly giving us some rain. Models are showing probably only about a tenth of an inch though. Hour by hour in Paso today, warming up to 75, maybe some clouds going into this evening. San Luis Obispo all the way up to 81. Very warm day and slow. Santa Maria, 86, another hot day out there. And in Santa Barbara, it's also going to be very warm, warming up to 76, but clear skies overall. Our microclimates for today, we're going to be staying in those upper 70s, mid 80s, probably getting very hot, especially except along the coastline. You can see 88 in Solvang, those inland areas staying more in those 70s. Over the weekend though, temperatures are going to drop about 5 to 10 degrees, but it's still going to be so warm because we don't have enough cloud coverage. So that sun is going to keep things very hot for the next couple of days. Santa Maria, you can see it's going to peak today and then move down slowly to some cooler temperatures by Sunday, and then it's going to move right back up Monday. We could be reaching the 80s again next week. Paso and San Luis Obispo also 79, 85 for today. Possibly one more day of low 80s before we hit the 70s going into the weekend. Back to you guys. Welcome back and good morning. It's going to be another beautiful day across the Central Coast. Some sun starting to show outside. Here's the 101. A look at LOVR. Santa Maria is at 45 this morning. San Luis Obispo 47. Paso is at 38. Santa Barbara is at 46. Our Lompoc is not working at this time. Our current winds are fairly calm. We do have offshore winds going into this Wednesday afternoon. Our microclimate forecast, though, is unfortunately not showing any rain. So we aren't going to be getting any rain in our 7-day forecast, but some partly cloudy skies heading into the weekend. So your Valentine's Day, you can expect some sunshine there. Our high temperatures across the nation, 83 in Los Angeles, 67 in San Francisco. East Coast, though, very chilly in those northern areas. We got some high temperatures yesterday with this massive heat wave coming through. 91 degrees in Santa Barbara. It was 82 degrees in 1907, so we definitely beat that record. Here's another one out of Santa Maria. 86 degrees yesterday. It was 83 in 2006. San Luis Obispo got a tie with an old record in 2006, also 87 degrees yesterday. And Paso Robles, close, but not close enough. We did hit 78. The record was 81 in 2006. We could get more records today because of how hot it's been. Check with Dave Hovde tonight on that. Pismo Beach sent in from Ben. Those clouds, they're so high right now that the sun is able to give us some amazing sunsets out there. So thank you for those colorful pictures. Send in more. We're going to get the same type of cloud coverage tonight. Upper levels, what we're seeing is that high pressure system hanging over the Central Coast. That low pressure system will be coming through, and what that is doing, that it's bringing forward a cold front, some storms over the Pacific. It's going to push that high pressure system out of the way, but that high pressure system is giving us a very strong ridge that the jet stream just can't make its way over, giving us any precipitation. But as we go into next week, it will dig through the ridge that we have next week, giving us warm temperatures, possibly giving us some rain for next week, but probably only about 1/10 of an inch. Our microclimates for this Wednesday, we're going to be staying in those upper 70s, mid 80s. So another hot one before temperatures begin to drop again. So as you can see, 88 in Solvang, 81 in Vandenberg. As you go more inland, the temperatures will be cooler. We're still very, very warm at this time. North County going to be staying in the upper 70s. A quick look at our 5-day forecast. You can see we're going to be peaking today with high temperatures, cooling off for the weekend, 71, 76 for your Valentine's Day. Still going to be a great day to go outside. Paso and San Luis Obispo going to be another warm one for the rest of the week. Then a little bit cooler weekend, but then peaking up again for next week. All right, well, coming up next on Daybreak, the New Hampshire primary votes are in. We'll have more on the winners and losers of the first primary of this election season.